Hi everyone, my name's Anne-Marie. Welcome to day 2 of my 4 Days of Easter special. Now today we're going to be looking at the Mr. and Mrs. cling stamp from Spellbinders, and we're going to be using the Astoria decorative accent die. Now this is actually an Art Deco frame. There's 3 dies in the actual set and we're going to use all 3 of them. So I just hope that it'll give you a few ideas. Everything I do use, I'll put all the full description, including the inks and everything, onto my blog. You'll be able to see the full description, and there'll be links available to take you to the Spellbinders website if you just want to purchase any of the items or even get more information. So today's project is a card that is so beautiful and simple to make. I'm using a 7x5 inch card because, as you all know, this is my favourite size. That's how it looks on our cardometer, if you can just see. It's slightly smaller than the A5 and bigger than the A6. So in this instance I'm using a white card. All the items in this project today are white, so we're going to have a white out. As always, I'm going to bone fold and score the edge of my card, just to make sure that it's a nice sharp score along the edge. For anybody who's never seen me do that, I basically do it because when you have a card stood up on a mantelpiece or a windowsill, it just looks a little bit more professional and it makes it stand up a lot nicer and cleaner, I think. As always, I'm going to do the inside first. Now this is a gorgeous card and very easy and very quick, you'll be pleased to know, because I know yesterday's was a bit longer. So the first thing I've done is using my cutting die from the Matting and Layering rectangles. This is the first in B. So there's 2 sets, A and B, and this is the first one, which is the largest one in set B. When you see me make an insert for any card, I normally always use the largest of the nesting dies, and it's B, from set B for the inside. So I've got double-sided tape on the back already of our first panel for the inside. I haven't inked it, I haven't done anything to it. It is simply going in there as a white panel. Now, one thing I want to point out, if ever you die cut anything and you've got little stringy bits, because maybe, like me, you take it through once and then you bring it back, it can cause stringy bits. Take your pokey tool and just run it along the edge when you've actually attached it, and that should take away any of the little extra bits that you might have. So that's the first panel of the inside of our card. Next, what I've got is from the Mr. and Mrs. stamp from Spellbinders. I've stamped it out and I've used a dark grey StazOn ink. And then I've cut it from the section, I've cut the roses away to leave me just the tails. And I'm simply going to position that through the centre of our card, like so. Now, in the Astoria decorative accent pack, there's the smallest of the 3 dies, which is a floral Art Deco shape. And what we're going to do is we're going to attach this to the inside of our card, like that, just to give it a little bit of a fancy edge on the inside. So I'm just adding a tiny little bit of my glossy accents, and I'm adding the shape underneath the stamped sentiment. So just a little bit of glue for the die cut, and we'll stick that there like so. Just press it down till it sticks, And that is the inside of our card finished. Not too much, not too little. There's enough room for you to be able to write a message. And if you want to write any more, you can always add a note, because obviously if it's for a wedding, you might want to write a little bit more. So that's a really pretty and easy inside. I'll just press that down till it sticks for our card. So now we're going to do the outside. I'm just going to use my bone folder again, just to make sure that edge is nice and crisp still. So for the outside of the card, the first layer that I've cut is the full decorative accent. Now I would call this an Art Deco frame, and to be perfectly honest, I had to put this through my machine more than once. It's very fancy and there's a lot of detail to it. The second time I put it through, I used wax paper with it, and I did find that helped. But my machine has had a lot of use, so yours might be completely different. But it is worth it, so persevere and try it with a wax paper. If you don't at first succeed, try again, as they say. I've already got 3D foam on the back of this, and the one thing I do like is between the sections at the top, it's wide enough to be able to get a section of 3D foam on it. So there's lots of areas that you can add your foam to it. Now the first layer of foam I'm adding is quite a deep foam to be able to get the shadow contrast behind the actual Art Deco frame. So that's our first layer. Next, I've cut out the second layer, but I've also cut a mat for it. So I'm going to attach those onto each other. Now I'm hoping the camera's picking this up. I know it's all white, so it might be a bit stark, but I hope it's not too bad. So I've already got the base of it on 3D foam. Now this is a little smaller 3D foam than the base foam that we had on. And I'm going to position that through the centre of the card, like so, trying to get it nice and straight. There we go. So that's our next layer. Next, what I've done is I've cut the Art Deco floral and I've embossed it. So basically I've taken it through the die cutting machine, and then I've changed the position of the levels, and I've added the embossing mat, and I've taken it back through to pick up the fine detail on the actual embossed Deco floral. I've added 3D foam on the back of it, and I'm simply going to position it just above the top of our previous layer, like so. And that will sit proud on there, like so. And then to finish the card off, I've got a white satin bow with a crystal jewel, and I'm just going to add that just below our floral deco, and that is our card finished. So that's our beautiful inside. Oops. Now this could be any sentiment. Obviously I've chosen to use the Mr. and Mrs. stamp. It could be a birthday stamp, it could be anniversary. And then for the outside, just simply layering it up using white cardstock and that extra layer underneath the centre panel. It stands up nicely, will look great on any mantelpiece, because this won't be on the windowsill, this one will be on a mantelpiece. Now for posting, it has got a bit of depth to it, so you might need a bit of your bubble wrap just to protect the front, and then for posting, obviously depending on your post service wherever you are, you might have to pay a bit extra, but I think that's truly worth it. Anybody that receives that would absolutely adore it. They'd keep that forever, and it's such a simple card using the 3 dies just to build it up. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed day 2 for the Spellbinders, Spell Bloggers projects. I'm really enjoying making them and showing you something a little bit different. So join me tomorrow for something that is absolutely amazing. Totally. I'm so looking forward to doing tomorrow's video for you. So thanks for watching. Please give this the like. Please share it. Check my blog for more information and the full description. And I shall see you next time.